Des Vautier, CEO of Calyx CPAs. Hey, I'm putting out another video here for reminding people to start the process of doing 1099s and getting prepared for the end of the year. Every year I put this video out just as a reminder and kind of like a little how-to so that people know who is required to do 1099s and if you should be thinking about them, and then like a quick tutorial of what you need to do in order to get them done. So for those of you who don't remember, last year, this would be 2021, the IRS created a new form for non-employee compensation. Originally, they were all done through the 1099 miscellaneous, which was this form. And there was a box 7 right here for the NEC, the non-employee compensation. But now it's a separate form, and that's a good thing because it was always very confusing for a lot of people. So people who need this are anybody who did personal services. So what you need to do is you need to get into your bookkeeping. You need to figure out who you paid over $600 throughout the year, and whether or not they were like a personal service provider. So if they were doing landscaping or house cleaning or janitorial services, or they were trimming, or they were contractors for a construction company, maybe you're subcontracting out something, even accountants and bookkeepers and those kinds of people need 1099s, and it would go on this 1099 NEC. So assuming that you know you have those types of people who worked for you and you need to issue 1099s, then you need to start by collecting a W-9, and that's this right here. Now they're going to put in their if they don't have a business, they'll put in their name and their social and their address. If they do have a business, they'll put in their business name, and they'll let you know what kind of business they have. Now, some of these are exempt. S corporations, C corporations, and nonprofits are exempt, but individuals, LLCs, sole proprietorships, partnerships do require getting a 1099. And so they would check this box and they put their employer identification number down there and then get it back to you. And you are going to need to collect this information from them. And it may require a couple phone calls and whatnot. But the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out who did you pay over $600 for personal services. You don't need to issue a W-9 for going to the grocery store or buying supplies and materials or paying for products or equipment or anything like that. It's just for personal services, okay? So once you get those, then you go to, and assuming you don't have a bookkeeper who could do this for you, but you could do, you're going to go use this software called Track 1099. And Track 1099 is actually a really good product that you could subscribe to, where you then subscribe. It's pretty inexpensive. You add the W-9 information into the system. You add the amount that you paid each one of them, and then it gets all electronically filed, and a 1099 gets sent. Now, mind you, you have until the end of January to get this done. So you want to start now getting those W-9s, take the W-9 information, go to the software, plug that information to the software. And for the IRS, it'll just send everything off. Oregon, it should have directions on how to import the information to what's called the iWire, and that's also required. That's about it. It's not that exciting. People find it pretty stressful, but it's something that you do the best that you can. And if you have any questions, feel free to call us, but we don't necessarily do 1099s if we're not doing the bookkeeping for you. So I'm just giving you a heads up on that. I'll end up instructing you to go back to Track 1099, get the W-9s, do Track 1099s, get those 1099s out. Also, 1099 miscellaneous. If your business pays your landlord, you also need to do another 1099 called a 1099 miscellaneous, the original 1099. And that is also pretty easy to do with the Track 1099 system. You just have to get a W-9 from your landlord. So everybody who does personal service gets a 1099 NEC. Anybody who you rent from, you're actually required to report the rent to the payments that you made to the IRS using a 1099 MISC, miscellaneous. All right, good luck.